all know the negatives of starting a business. We know the financial investment, we know the risk, we know the loneliness, the rejection, the sacrifice. There's a constant thing of, you're always in danger, something's going to go wrong. With all that negative thing said, why do people start businesses? And I want to get into that a little bit more with you. I think for me, there's three main things, but the first one I want to touch on is end game or long game. There's a reason why people go through the pain and the suffering right now with the hope of something better. And that something better is they're going to have more resources and they're going to have more freedom. Let me break that down. So the freedom element is, if you're working in current 9 to 5, you are there 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. You have an obligation to be there whether you feel ill, whether you feel like being there, whether you've got a wedding on, a ceremony, a funeral, a friend's, whatever. You have to be there because that's your contract, that's what you've signed up for. So there's a level of slavery in that sense. And it's not, I don't want to use slavery in a negative sense, but you're trading something for something else. In and of itself, there's no dishonor in that. But for a lot of people, they are finding themselves going, I want more freedom. I want to be able to choose when I go into work. I want to be able to choose the hours I work. I want to choose when my holiday is. I don't have a company dictate to me when my holiday is. There is an element of freedom which comes with running your own business. There is also a lot more responsibility, but we'll get to that. The promise of freedom, and it's a promise of resources. We all know if you're running a company, you pay your employees less than they make you. So if an employee is making you £200,000 a year, you can employ them for 80,000 and make a profit. Now, as an employee, you could look at that and go, well, if I did my own thing, I would be able to make 200 grand a year and pay myself 200 grand a year, not 80. Now, the challenge with that comes with your skill in executing that and making that work. But the truth of the matter is, if any business employs you, they employ you because it is better to employ you than not financially. As any person, you could look at it, your job role, and go, if I could find a way to make this work as a business model, I should technically make more money doing it myself. It's the promise of, in the future, if I sacrifice now, I'm able to get what I want. People that believe there is something better on the other side are much more likely to start a business. Number 2, deep dissatisfaction with your job or income. The first point is talking about in the future, I will have. This point is talking about right now, I'm unhappy with. It's often, when I talk to people about starting businesses, the people that are the least likely to actually start anything are the people who have started a new job or have got a really fun or challenging job. They're genuinely excited and challenged by their current role, and they are paid more than they've ever been paid. The people that I find are the most likely to start a business are people that are bored of their job, want a new challenge, are not getting paid what they feel they're worth, have got a change in lifestyle. So they've just had kids and they want to spend more time with their kids, or they've got a girlfriend who lives in America and they want to move to America, but they need the income, all that kind of stuff. It'll be something that makes them dissatisfied now, that makes them actually start the process and press the button, pull the trigger, whatever you want to call it. Quickest ways to get someone to do something is put them in pain. People that are in pain do things. And what I tend to find is the ones that are going to start a business or do something are the ones that have gone through some form of pain, whether it be financial, whether it be stress, whether it be change in circumstances, loneliness, whatever it is. There'll be something that person has gone through that makes them go, do you know what? I'm going to do something different because I don't want to be here in 10 years, 5 years, 20 years time, whatever it is. That deep dissatisfaction with your job or your income is one of the best ways to determine whether or not someone's going to start a business. And the third and final point that I've sort of come up with that I tend to find people that do businesses succeed with is their excitement to do hard things. They desperately want something that challenges them. I'm going to speak for myself here, but when the jobs that I've worked, that within 3 to 6 months you figured out the job and you're just cruising, there is nothing worse than cruising to me. That is a sign that you are under challenged and that you would probably make a great business owner. Running a business is stressful. There is a lot going on. There's a lot of things to learn. But the benefit of that is that it will constantly challenge you and actually give you something to go for. I want to encourage you, if you find doing hard things enjoyable, you're probably going to be a great business owner. That drive, that enjoyment of challenge, that really makes you successful in business. Because if you can constantly come to the table and be like, I am going to do what I need to do to make this work, you are going to be successful. Hands down, you've got it.